Hey guys, welcome to Reddit Brew. Today, I will be reading from the r/EntitledPeople subreddit, so let's jump into it. Taking her asshole children to court. I, 22-year-old female, my older brother, Bro, and our older sister, Sis, 31-year-old female, are being taken to court by our birth giver. This all started back in October of 2021. Our father reached out and told us that he was diagnosed with cancer, which obviously devastated us. Our mother, who we'll call Karen, yes, with a C, because she's a found out about our father being ill through one of our siblings, who we no longer associate with due to constant lying, animal abuse, etc. Long story. For a little while, Dad was okay, still able to do his usual housework, take care of our special needs brother, 18-year-old male, we'll call him Baby, with cerebral palsy, and had just started immunotherapy. Things were alright. When December came around though, Dad wasn't doing good. He went in for a round of radiation, came home, and was throwing up and dry heaving with no signs of stopping. Baby's nurse told Dad that she needed someone to come to the house that would be physically able to take care of Baby. Otherwise, she'd have to place him into a nursing facility. Dad called Bro, who messaged Sis and I, telling us what was going on. I didn't have to work that day, and considering Sis has kids and Bro had to work, I said that I would go up there to do it. I figured this would be short term, like a day or two. I was wrong. I'd been there for a week. My dad and I had this conversation at 1 a.m. Honey, I don't know that I'm going to make it through this weekend. Dad, what are you talking about? I can see how much muscle mass I'm losing. And considering I can't even get out of bed on my own or use the bathroom myself, I think I need to go to a hospital. I don't want to lay here in my bed and die. I start freaking out, trying to figure out what to do because I have osteoarthritis in most of my joints, and I know that I couldn't take care of Baby long term. Call Bro and Sis. I'll tell them what's going on, and I'll wait for them to get here before we call an ambulance to come get me. I started crying and called my siblings. My siblings show up, and we sat with our dad until he was ready to go. Bro and I decide that since we are the two most readily available, we'll alternate taking care of Baby. Sis says she'll help take care of Baby's paperwork and help Dad make up a living will and power of attorney. We all agree to not tell Karen about it because she previously attempted to prevent Dad from getting guardianship of Baby. Parents have officially been divorced since 2009. She hasn't seen or interacted with Baby in 12 years. Dad goes to the hospital, and my siblings and I have taken care of Baby with the carefully written instructions provided by our dad and with the help of his home health nurses. Cue early January. Karen is pissed that I didn't show up for Christmas at her house. I was taking care of Baby and had less Christmas plans than my siblings, so I didn't mind. The three of us sit down and decide that sooner or later we will have to tell Karen about what we've been doing because she's starting to get suspicious and breathe down our backs. Bro says he'll tell her because he isn't afraid to go toe-to-toe with the bitch. Bro goes over to Karen's house and tells her everything alone. Cue the narcissism. Karen sends a message in a Facebook group chat to me, my boyfriend, Bro's fiance, Sis, and Sis's husband. She tells all of us that we're so deceitful and she never raised us to be such terrible people, as well as she's Baby's mom and she can't believe we'd make decisions for her child without consulting her. Sis steps in and tells her that not only has she not made a single decision for Baby in years, but we were raised to step up and take care of our family when in need. Sis proceeded to call her out on all her abusive behavior in regards to not only the three of us, but also our teen brother Buddy, who unfortunately still lives with her. Karen basically says none of it happened that way, then tried to gaslight us by bringing up her three strokes she had 6 6 years ago. She started pitching some nonsense about how her family and my stepfather failed her when the 14-year-old, me at the time, had taken on the workload of an adult. I have raised my younger siblings minus baby since I was a child. When the strokes happened, I ended up having to raise and take care of her too. She kept saying that baby is her kid, and she's so upset that we would go behind her back and not consult her because she knows more than us about him. She ended up blocking most of us, then proceeded to make another Facebook group with my boyfriend, bro's fiance, sis's husband, and a bunch of family members, telling them to support her kids, but don't get involved, and that it's time for dad to pay for everything he's done the last 24 years. She then proceeded to turn off all service to my bro's, and Buddy's phones. We were on a family plan, while Buddy was at wrestling practice at school. She then turned her anger onto Buddy, and relayed to me by Buddy was telling him if he doesn't do things her way, then he's in trouble. Going as far as telling him that he can rent the laundry room to wash his own laundry, and sent him text pages of chores for him to have done by the time she got home. She got home at 1 a.m. and yelled at him until 4 a.m. Then he had to get up for school 2 hours later. She then continued to harass him throughout the school day, and when he got home, she told him he had until 11 p.m. to get his stuff and get out of her house. Sis went and picked him up. He got everything he needed and wanted, and he now lives with Sis and I. Karen then went into the family group chat and basically told the family that we put her in a corner, so she attacked back, then said that we are the assholes. She put in for an emergency hearing for baby to the court, saying that he has been without medicine and care, even though we not only have refilled his medicine when needed, we have set up his new doctors as well. Dad's lawyer said that she has no leg to stand on, especially since she hasn't had contact with baby in 12 years. And Karen even admitted that in one of her texts to us, which was of course submitted as evidence against her. So now the three of us have to appear in court against her. I'll update y'all when that happens. On March 3rd, Dad passed away. He fought to the end and died peacefully and in no pain. Us kids sat with him in the hospital through his final days and were able to say our goodbyes. Today, bro, sis, Buddy, and I all went to court against the Not once in her testimony did she ever mention baby. It was all about her divorce with my dad all those years ago, claiming she did no wrong to any of us, attempts to bash us, and continuing to try to lie and bash our dad. You know, a literal dead man. It was an open hearing, and the judge was almost floored by the amount of woe is me nonsense that came out of her mouth in that courtroom, and called her out on it. But it's officially over. Bro and sis have been officially made co-guardians of baby, and bro had moved into our dad's house shortly before his passing. All legal documents in regards to the estate and vehicles were signed over to bro, and Karen got nothing. I am so glad this is all over, and none of us have to deal with her anymore. Once again, thanks for reading. Thank you to everyone for the kind comments, messages, and support, and thanks for being here. That was a whirlwind. However, it's so nice to read about people that make it out alive from being raised by a narcissist, as well as make it out being a good person despite it. OP and her siblings all seem like great people, aside from the one that they cut contact with, of course, but 5 out of 6 kids turning out well is very heartening. I'm so happy that Karen with a C got nothing, and that their teen brother got away from her. I hope they all continue to stick together as siblings and as friends. As you guys know, I am a huge advocate for sibling alliances. If your siblings are good people, of course. And I'm just lucky that mine are. And so is OP. I'm sure OP's dad is looking down on all of them and is so proud. Is someone cutting onions in here? Luna, are you cutting onions? But anyways, that is all from me today. I hope you got some value out of this Entitled Parents story. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I truly appreciate when you do, and I will see you in the next Reddit story. Bye!